like I haven't watched a book to movie adaptation that's been quite this different for a little while. I don't know if that's just because I watched the movie first and then read the book, or if it is just as different as I perceive it to be. Welcome to another book versus movie video. Welcome back, or if you are new here, welcome. My name is Katrina and I make bookish content here on this channel at least twice a week. I keep saying that and I've just made 2 videos a week for a little while now, but you know, it's coming back. It's coming back. I also make movie reviews or book to movie content here at The Weekend, and all of my social links are in the description box below, including my blog and my Goodreads, so you can keep up with my reading in between times. I have already made a movie review of this movie. I saw an advanced screening of it. I will leave it linked up here, but in that movie review I asked you if you would like to see me do a book versus movie, reading the book after having watched the movie, and you said yes, so here it is. This is my book versus movie of Words on Bathroom Walls. So yeah, I've already got the movie review of it, so you know my thoughts on the movie. And as always, when it comes to a book versus movie, I realize that once the author sells the rights to that storyline, that the movie could be completely different, or TV show, whatever the case might be, and that it's just they've sold that storyline and they can do what they want with it. I just really like looking at the similarities and differences and discussing them here with you. As always, my book to movie discussions and movie reviews are spoiler free, so you can proceed forward without caution. So as I said at the beginning, I feel like this was very different, the book versus the movie. I definitely, having just listened to the book in 2 big chunks, preferred the book. I found my attention wandering as I was watching the movie. That did not happen as I was reading the book, and I think it's because overall the book feels way more intimate than the movie. And I know that that is something that quite often happens, because a book is often written in the first person and then we come to its movie adaptation and you get to see the wider world. You're not just inside that main character's head. But I will say that, yeah, this one, for more than others that I have seen, other movie adaptations, the book felt way more intimate. And the book itself is more of a discussion of Adam talking to his therapist. And whilst we do have moments of Adam talking to a therapist in the movie, that's not the format that the movie takes. And so I think that's why I was more engaged and had just more feelings brought about than the book versus the movie. We do also occasionally hear from the therapist to do with Adam's dose on his experimental drug, but it's mainly literally just Adam talking to his therapist. And sometimes he'll kind of say, oh yeah, I know, but, or I know I've told you this before, but, and so we hear those little interactions as well, so that we know that it's an active discussion between him and the therapist. I will also say that I think that the book does a better job of looking at what living with mental illness as a teenager is like compared to the film. The film is more of a general coming of age whilst having mental illness, but I feel like this book does a better job of the ins and outs of having a mental illness, being on an experimental drug, how it affects relationships with family, how it affects relationships with friends, and how it affects relationships with potential partners. Because of the intimacy of the book, I also got a lot more emotional, which doesn't often happen whilst listening to an audiobook. I quite often laugh whilst listening to an audiobook, but I don't often feel emotions, and this book definitely made me feel some emotions. I did also laugh, whereas I feel like when I watched the film, I didn't really laugh. I should have rewatched my review of the film, but I feel like I maybe laughed a couple of times. But the book itself, Adam is a very funny character, and I don't think that comes across and that's portrayed as much in the film as it is in the book. So overall, the book and the movie just feel very, very different. We then have I don't know, more of an emphasis on Adam's life at school in the movie. Obviously, it's, you know, it's a YA novel adaptation. We need to see the wider world a little bit. We need to see the drama of like something happening at school and the drama of some relationship happening. But because I feel like we're inside Adam's mind way more in the book, the drama and the emotion are there because of the intimacy that we feel with Adam. So when he has feelings for somebody, we're there feeling that with him. When he acts on those feelings, we're there feeling that with him. And so I think that provides the emotional stimulation that they need to add in the kind of dramatic scenes in the film compared to what we have in the book, because we've already got the drama and the intensity going on because of the fact that we're inside Adam's brain in the book. I just really think that the book does a better job of doing what the book and the synopsis both say. The book just does a better job of giving us an inside look at what it's like to be Adam and the emotions that he feels and the confusion that he feels and the general day-to-day in and out. There's one particular line that's in the book that he says, most people, when they walk into Starbucks and they hear music playing, don't have to wonder whether it's actually music playing or whether it's just going on inside their heads. And that kind of summed it up for me. Instantly, I was like, wow, I get this. I get what you're feeling on a day-to-day basis, and I'm here for this journey with you. Whereas I feel like we didn't get that from the portrayal in the film. I also think that they limited the number of other people that he saw as part of his illness in the film to sort of very specific characters, and kind of made characters kind of fit into the roles, like 3 very specific roles. Whereas in the book, he sees a range of characters and he sometimes doesn't know whether the person he's seeing in real life is there or not. But yeah. So it sounds like I'm just criticizing the film. The film was okay, but I would say if you want to go through this storyline and be entertained, I would definitely recommend the book over the film. And the audiobook's only a 6-hour audiobook. I don't know what the page count is, but it's not going to be a long experience, so you're not using that much more time on reading the book than you are watching the film. So there you have it. Have you read the book before watching the film? Have you seen this film? What did you think of it? Are there any other book to movie adaptations you would like to hear my thoughts on here? I've got a couple in the works, so make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss out on those. But if there are any others, leave me a comment below and I will get to work on those as well. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down, but tell me why in the comments. Hit that notification bell so that my next bookish video lands right in your subscription feed and that you are notified that it is there. I will be back with more book to movie content and more bookish content for you very soon. So I will see you then. Thanks for watching.